Hey guys, Puggo's Pizzeria here, and in today's video, we have some brand new leaked Five Nights at Freddy's plushies. So, welcome back to your weekly Fnaf news. There's a lot of them honestly, but one of the Five Nights at Freddy's news where I just catch you guys up on all the news that's been happening because there's been so much Fnaf news that basically goes over everything in about the past 2 weeks. So, starting off with one of the most recent and one of the most hyped, this Gingerbread Foxy plushie. This guy really came out of nowhere, and where did he even come from? Basically, from what I figured out from the guy who originally had him, there was some Funko convention, Funko Fest or something, and he won him early. This is not a prototype, as you can see, as the finalized tag. This is just the normal plushie and what he's going to look like. We've already seen these characters' designs in the Funko Pops and the action figures, but I have to say, the plushies look pretty good. The embroidery on them are absolutely incredible. The details on them look fantastic. Some of them look a little bit iffy, like his eye patch has, you know, it's popping out, but it's like under his skin. It looks kind of weird. But other than that, this is a phenomenal plushie. Barely any printing, a lot of nice details, really nice looking fabric and embroidery. I'm a huge fan of this Foxy plushie and can't wait to see what other merch comes of this line of Christmas themed FNAF merch. And speaking of more merchandise, we also have brand new Fnaf Food. Yeah, that's right, we haven't got Fnaf Food in absolute ages, and now we have some brand new Fnaf Food, which is just so crazy. We have a Fnaf Security Breach Gummy Pizza and a Fizzy Faz Soda. People love the Fizzy Faz so much. It was all over Fnaf Security Breach, and now you can have it as an actual soda. Now, of course, this food, you know, because I also did this in my food review, these aren't specific items for Fnaf Food. It's not Freddy Fazbear flavor. It's basically generic soda, cola, and gummy pizza that they take and they put Fnaf branding on, which is still so cool. I'm gonna try and pick some up. They just look incredible, but it's nothing special. So in case you can't get your hands on these, don't worry, you're not missing out on anything huge. The giant gummy pizza is the size of a entire basically pizza, has glamrock Freddy on it. It looks so cool, this pizza, and the Fizzy Faz looks so accurate to in-game. It's some nice looking cola bottles with Roxy on it. So if there is any more Fnaf Food, I'll definitely update you guys because I'm so hyped for this. I'm trying to currently get my hands on them to possibly do a review, so we'll just have to basically see what happens of that. I'm so excited to maybe get these. They just look delicious. I'm so happy we're getting Fnaf Food. And in even more Five Nights at Freddy's merch news, the Hex Puppet plush has finally released, and oh my god, this is incredible. I love this puppet so much. I've never been a huge fan of the first few waves of Hex, but this puppet plush is easily the best puppet plush ever made, and I think the best puppet plush there will be ever made. Better than U2's, better than Funko. That's it, only two companies that made a puppet plush, but still, oh my god, it looks completely game accurate. It has magnet hands with the magnet music box. I can't express enough how absolutely incredible this plush is. Dawko has done the best possible job. This is easily top 5 best FNAF plushies of like all time. I cannot find the tiniest little flaw with this. It is absolutely beyond perfect. I'm so excited. I've already picked up this plush. So hyped for other Hex plushies, especially just because of this one looks so good. And then some kind of mediocre FNAF news just to update you guys. There's a ton of new shirts. There's this really cool one which I thought was cool with all the nightmares on it. There's some other new FNAF merch. I'm not even remembering. I'll put photos on screen if I even remember. It's nothing too crazy, nothing you guys are really missing out on like plushies or anything. But in movie news, we have also gotten some brand new sets of photos, mainly being this photo of the 3 animatronics up on the stage, and this photo is very interesting for a few reasons. First of all, this photo is so interesting because they're like fixed up, they're cleaned, they're new, and what most people thought, which I definitely agree on, is basically this is like a flashback scene showing when the animatronics were working and they were performing for kids. You can see how shiny Bonnie's bow tie looks, and another main thing is you can tell these animatronics are actually changed up a bit. Bonnie's arms are also a lot smaller because there's no people in these suits. These are actual endoskeletons inside the suits themselves, so hopefully we get to see more shots of the endoskeletons inside the actual suits instead of people inside. Of course, the suits look great, like, anyway, but they look even better with the endoskeletons inside, just since it's so accurate. So hopefully we get to see some flashback scenes of Freddy Fazbear's when it was working in order, and hopefully we get to see these animatronics maybe perform or something like that without people inside them, being full endoskeletons, which just looks absolutely incredible. I'm so excited for these to come out. I have really high hopes, and, you know, that's about all the movie news. Sadly, there hasn't been too much movie news, but we've had a few other news. In crazy news, in book news, normally I don't cover book news just because, meh, it's a book. I don't think people are too interested in it. There was a massive lore reveal drop in the newest FNAF book. It's the Tales from the Pizzaplex number 8. I don't remember what it's called, like the actual book title, but the craziest thing is basically this book solved the entire FNAF 4 lore, the Midnight Motorist minigame, and sister location, which is, I mean, that's just insane. So if you don't want a spoiler, you can skip ahead to, you know, whenever the next segment is. You can see them timed out on the bottom. But if you want me to quickly, briefly go over it, I will. Basically, the crazy thing is it says that FNAF 4 was, the animatronics were never real. The entire house was basically a fake house that William Afton built, and he put his own kids, possibly, that's just kind of a estimated guess. He put Crying Child and Michael Afton in there, as well as some other kids who he kidnapped. And where did he get these kidnapped kids from? Well, that's the kid we see in Midnight Motorist. When you're playing Midnight Motorist and you're the yellow mustard man, you're not William Afton like a lot of people thought you were. You're basically just a completely different father entirely, and you're the father of this kid who gets kidnapped or runs away and goes into this FNAF 4 house by William Afton. The entire house is a completely fake house, and it's pumped full of this hallucinogenic gas, right? So it's pumped full of this gas that makes you see the nightmare animatronics, even though they're not really there. Basically, they're mannequins that just have some limp cloth on. They don't even move or walk. They're on like wheels that just move back and forth. So it looks like the nightmare animatronics are getting closer to you, which is so interesting. And kids were in this loop for about 10 years, and then one of the kids escapes and they go into the sister location bunker. And sister location takes place further down the timeline. It's crazy. I would definitely recommend picking this book up whenever it comes out. It's absolutely insane to know all this lore. But now we basically know that the nightmare animatronics were kind of real, but they were just floppy suits on top of, you know, mannequins. And now the hallucinogenic gas or whatever made them actually real, which I think is so interesting. And in the final big piece of news that we basically have is the Steelwool FNAF booth at, I forgot the name. It's some convention, but it's so cool. Let me explain. So Steelwool has this giant Five Nights at Freddy's booth, and right, this isn't only Steelwool FNAF. This is FNAF in general, as we can see the movie logo icon there as well, which is a really big thing. And what's going to be here at this event? Well, Steelwool has told us. I wish I could go. It's all the way up in Washington. It's too expensive for me to fly up there, so I wish I could. I sadly can't, so I can't cover any like in-person videos on it. But basically, they're going to have demos of Help Wanted 2. I'm not sure if you guys remember, it was honestly kind of a while ago. They had demos of Help Wanted 1 when it first came out, the first FNAF VR game, and it looked phenomenal. We got to see some, you know, some early minigames, like I remember the Bonnie repair minigame and everything from FNAF VR 1, and it was so amazing, and I'm so excited for FNAF VR 2, possibly some movie previews and teasers. There's going to be some actors there, I'd assume mainly Kellen Goff, because he's, you know, he's the main guy, he's Freddy Fazbear. Maybe some other actors there, maybe some movie actors. That'd be super cool to see. And they're also doing a ton of giveaways at the booth. There's so much exciting stuff at this booth. So if you live anywhere in Washington, it happens on September 1st and it ends on the 4th, I'm pretty sure. So I would definitely recommend checking this out, because you get to play FNAF VR early, you get to meet some amazing people and actors and stuff. It's just so absolutely incredible to see all this, see all these people at the FNAF booth. I wish I could go. So whoever goes, I hope you have a great time. And yeah, that's about all for your weekly FNAF news. I really hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to subscribe, because my next upload, it's a big one. It's a fan favorite type of video, so don't worry, you guys are gonna love it. It's a little spicy, it's a little fun, I'd say, and I'm preparing some huge videos in the future, so those, I know you guys are gonna absolutely love them, a lot of them to do with the FNAF movie when that comes out. So yeah, that's it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoy all your weekly news. Let me know what news is your favorite. Honestly, I'd have to say the Hex, oh my god, Hex Puppet's my favorite. It's so cool. And yeah, that's it for this video, and I will see you all later. Good